Welcome back to the Bangor Auditorium. It's Class A quarterfinal day. 3 more games in the afternoon session, starting off with 2 against 7, Bangor against Brewer.
Well, what can we say, Timmy? This is the game that doesn't need any introduction. Couple of local rivalries, Bangor and Brewer. It's good for the tournament. It's good for the two towns. And Roger Reed for Bangor and Mark Savage for Brewer, they get the most out of their players, so we're just looking forward to a great game.
That's a boys' game. Number 2 is also a boys' game. Willie, 4 against 5, Coney and Mount Blue.
I think anytime you look at these two teams, I think only about a thousandth of a point separated that place value between the two. It's going to be a toss-up. Coney has great tournament tradition. Mount Blue, on the other hand, has nothing to lose. Come in here, and they're building their program. So, again, it's going to be a toss-up as far as I'm concerned.
Willie Gavitt and Dan White will be bringing you all that action, including the Skowhegan Mount Blue girls game, the 3rd game of the afternoon session. But first, a close-up look at Bangor and Brewer boys. The Brewer Witches enter the Class A tournament seeded number 7 with a 10-8 record. Brewer is a pressing team that likes to play an up-tempo game, and they feature a good inside and outside game. 6'5" Eric Newcomb is a solid player. This season, he's averaged 10.5 a game. Also in the front court, look out for senior Troy Goodrich, who scored around 11 a game. The outside shooting features the dangerous Nick Winchester, who for the season averaged almost 15 a game. Other players to watch out for are point guard number 14 Rick Leclerc and junior Ricky Robertson, who scored 9.4 a game. The Bangor Rams, under head coach Roger Reed, enter the tournament with a 14-4 record. The Rams feature one of the tallest front courts in eastern Maine, going 6'6", 6'4", 6'3" across the middle. Junior forward center Paul Butler led the Rams in scoring this year. And when Butler didn't have a big game, it always seemed as though 6'6" center John Stewart did. This is definitely the best front court in the Big East. Senior Leroy Patterson adds rebounding and scoring depth from his center forward position. And if the Rams are to succeed in this tournament, they're going to need excellent play from their floor generals, number 20 Paul Laffey and junior guard forward Joe Nelson. We'll have the starting lineups for you in 90 seconds.
Class A High School Tournament Basketball, sponsored by the Quirk Boys at Village Subaru Hogan Road and Bean and Conquest, the new heartbeat in downtown Bangor. Grant's Dairy, when it's as fresh can be, it's got to be Grant's naturally. Your New England Subaru dealer, tough cars, easy deals. Your local Shop and Save supermarket for lower prices all the time. Husson College, Maine's College of Business and Professional Studies. Clyde Billing Incorporated, Saab Itasca, State Street, Augusta. And the Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Catch the tournament wave with Coke.
Welcome back to the Bangor Auditorium. We are live. Dan White along with Mike Hale, set to bring you this exciting boys Class A quarterfinal game between Bangor Rams and the Brewer Witches. Mike, a couple of local rivals going at it. Last game of the regular season, Bangor had a 9-point lead in the last minute at Brewer's gym, and the Witches came back miraculously to win that game. Do the Rams have to be thinking about that today, or is it just this is back to square one? It's a tournament game, and we're going to go right at it.
Well, in fact, Dan, this is the rubber game of the season because Bangor did win the first meeting back in December, so I really think this is anybody's ball game as they meet here on the neutral floor, and you'll have Bangor with probably the tallest team in the tournament as far as the front court is concerned. They like to play a half-court game. Brewer coming in, they like to press and go full tempo. So again, we have these two contrasting styles of basketball, and of course, next-door neighbors have had some great battles over the year here at the tournament and also in each other's gyms. So whenever these teams get together, it generates a lot of excitement and fun for the players and the fans.
Bangor coming in the number 2 seed. They have a record of 14-4. For a while, we didn't know if the Brewer Witches were going to make it into the tournament, but they had a couple of big wins down the stretch to come in the number 7 seed with a record of 10-8. So it's number 2 against number 7. We're going to go down to Tim Throckmorton on the floor, and he has today's 2 coaches.
Thanks very much, Dan. With the 2 coaches, Bangor and Brewer, we're expecting an exciting one. Mark Savage from Brewer. And Mark, you got to be excited about this, playing across the river team. And as a matter of fact, it wasn't too long ago when you were coaching at Bangor.
That's right. just 3 years ago, I had the JV girls there, and I had to make a decision, and I came over to Brewer, and it would be a good decision for me.
They got some big kids in Bangor. Can you match up with them, or what can you do? Are you planning on running up and down the court?
We like to play from end to end. We like to pressure defense. They do have some big kids, but we got some big kids that can hold their own in there too.
You played Bangor the last game of the regular season, and you beat them a miracle finish. What did you do down the stretch, and does that give you a lot more confidence?
We just kept our heads. We've got Nick Winchester that when he's on, he can light it up with anybody. But we kept our poise. We hit a couple threes. We turned the defensive pressure up. That was the key. I thought it was a real key, our defense.
Mark, best of luck in this tournament matchup between these two schools.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Mark Savage from Brewer, and we turn the other way to Roger Reed from Bangor. Roger, you play Bangor, you play Brewer in a lot of big games. One of them wasn't too long ago, the last game of the regular season, when Brewer managed to beat you. Come from behind. Is that in the back of your kids' minds or in your mind?
No, I don't think so. I think we've forgotten preseason's out of the question now. When you get here at this time of the year, anything that's happened previously with the teams, I think we've sort of tried to erase that. It's a brand new season almost. We start right here in the tournament this week. So
coming in with the size you have, Roger, you must feel you're in pretty good position with the matchups. Brewer is not that big inside.
Well, I think this game is a game of contrast. One of the things that we're going to have to deal with, Tim, is their game is an outside game. We've got to contain their outside shooting. Ours is inside. I think we've got to get real good guard play here today and be able to play our game of strength on the boards, getting the ball inside, at the same time shutting off their outside game with a three-point game. That three-point shot changes a lot of things on the matchups and the distance that you have to play from the basket.
Roger, congratulations for getting here at number 2, and best of luck in today's matchup.
Thank you very much.
Roger Reed of Bangor High School, and it's quite a game. And we've got Bangor against Brewer, 2-7, but you can throw those numbers out the books. We got an excellent game shaping up, coming up in the first game of our afternoon session. Danny?
Thanks very much, Tim. And as you would imagine, the hall continues to fill up on both sides. Well, the bleachers are filled on both sides. We're up into both the second balconies are filled on either side. We're starting to go up into the third tier now. And we'll have a large television audience and WABI AM 91 radio broadcasting this game today for you, too. Already today, we've had an upset in the girls' game. Right off this morning, the Brewer girls made it into the semifinal round by beating Caribou 42-40. Then the Waterville boys took care of Nokomis as they were supposed to do, 82-67. Then the game before this one, the Stearns Minutemen had a scare with Waterville in a girls' game, but they came on in the second half to post a 53-44 win. So it's Bangor and Brewer coming up when we return to the Bangor Auditorium in 90 seconds. Dan White and Mike Hale back here at the auditorium. Captains are talking with the officials at midcourt, and we're just about 4 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineups. I think it's great. Everybody that we've talked to, Mike, thinks it's great that Bangor and Brewer are getting together in a tournament game. Of course, you never know when that's going to happen because of the seedings, but it just so happened that Bangor went in number 2 this year and Brewer number 7, and here they're going to clash in the quarterfinal game. Still to come today, we have, let's see, this is our 4th game. So we have 4 more games after this one. Coney Mount Blue boys will play right after this at 3:35. Then at 5:05, it's the Mount Blue Skowhegan girls. Tonight, we'll see the top-ranked Coney girls. They've won 40 ball games in a row, 18-0 on this campaign. A year ago, they were 22-0. They're the number 1 seed. They will be playing Lawrence. And certainly the Coney girls, a team to beat in the A tournament. And then we'll wrap it up tonight by seeing the top boys team, Lawrence, taking on number 8, Presque Isle. So most of the coaches that we've talked with feel that in the boys tournament, any one of the 8 teams could be involved with that Eastern final. And the girls coaches admit Coney's the team to beat, and then Stearns. Stearns had a scare with Waterville today, but they got into the semifinal round, and we'll see how Coney does tonight, knowing that everybody's going to be shooting for the Coney Rams and their fine little spark plug guard, Marcy Lane. Mike Hale will be bringing you the play-by-play of this afternoon's game, and we'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups when we return to the Bangor Auditorium in 90 seconds. Back to the auditorium, Showdown 88. I guess you could imagine that this one game right here is gathering most of the local interest. Bangor against Brewer. We're going to be going down to Dick Nickerson in just a couple of seconds here for the lineups. I think a nice thing they do, Mike, they announce the starting lineups on both teams, and then they announce the entire team.
They never did that when I played. I just had to sit on the bench and...
I don't think I ever took the stroll to center court in pregame announcements. Let's go down to the floor for the lineups.
The East Maine Class A tournament. This time we'll introduce both teams. First, the visitors, Brewer High School. Starters, number 50, Eric Newcomb. Number 54, Jeff Brown. Number 10, Nick Winchester. Number 12, Ricky Robertson. Number 42, Troy Goodrich. Remaining players, number 20, Robbie White. Number 32, Jeff Bryant. Number 14, Richie LeClaire. Number 22, David Riley. Number 44, Travis Arms. Number 40, Dan O'Sullivan. Number 24, Chad White. Number 30, Chris Taylor. Number 52, Robbie Hart. And number 34, Eddie Van Adestein. Coach for Brewer, Mark Savage. The home team, Bangor High School. Starters, number 20, Paul Laffey. Number 24, Jeff Houghton. Number 52, Paul Butler. Number 42, John Stewart. Number 54, Leroy Patterson. Remaining players, number 12, Chip Clark. Number 32, Joe Nelson. Number 34, Eric Svensson. Number 22, Eric Long. Number 44, Brett Park. Number 30, Jim Bohm. Number 40, Brian Susi. Number 10, Sean Dahl. Number 14, Fred Lauer. Bangor is coached by Roger Reed. The officials for this afternoon's ball game are Mr. Kewak and Mr. Thurston. Would you please stand while the Brewer High School band plays our national anthem?
The Brewer High School band with our national anthem, and the two teams over on the sidelines getting final instructions from their respective coaches. Roger Reed for Bangor, who used to coach at Bangor Christian High School, and Mark Savage, who, as you heard Tim Throckmorton mention in the pregame show, used to be a coach at Bangor with one of the girls' JV teams. And the two teams are coming out. I get a kick out of that, Mike. They shake their hands, and that's the last time they're going to be friendly to each other in this entire afternoon. Here's Mike Hale with today's ball game.
Thank you, Dan. And it's going to be John Stewart at 6'6", and Eric Newcomb at 6'5". Stewart, number 42 for Bangor, and Newcomb 50 for Brewer, and the tap's going to come away to the Witches, and they had a shot underneath, but they elected to come out and set things up rather than go a little one-on-one. So Brewer will work it down low, and the shot down the middle is good. Eric Newcomb, who has a sore ankle, we'll keep an eye on that, but he certainly wasn't bothered that time. And Brewer, as they like to do, coming out and putting on some full court pressure in a hurry, and it's knocked out of bounds. Winchester for Brewer, got a hand on it.
Which is not wasting any time getting the ball into the big guy for 2 points.
Just underway, 2-0 lead for Brewer. Brewer girls pulled an upset over Caribou the first game this morning, and we'll see the Brewer boys do in their battle against Bangor. Patterson goes down low, shot up off the glass, no good, and Brewer has the rebound, more specifically Eric Newcomb of the Witches. And they'll set things up with Winchester out front. Now they're going to work it down low and bring it right back out front to Winchester. He drives down the middle, throws off an off-balance shot, and it's no good. The rebound is going to be brought down by Bangor, and that was Paul Butler, 6'5" junior. And we got some big boys playing basketball on both teams, but Bangor with the height advantage. And the shot is up and in by Butler on the other end, just to the right of the foul line. And we're tied at 2 here in the first quarter. Brewer Witches in the dark uniforms have the ball right now. Driving down the middle, shooting at the foul line and hitting it is Jeff Brown, 6'2" senior.
Crisp ball movement, finding the open man, finding the weakness in that Bangor zone defense. Brewer in a man-to-man trap.
Again, Bangor likes to play a half-court offense, and Brewer's more up-tempo, and Brewer presses a lot. And the shot out front is good. And that's going to be John Stewart, 6'6" senior. Can hit down low and out front, and when you have a combination like that with the height, it can cause you all kinds of problems. We're tied at 4. And now Brewer with the ball. Shot on the right side is no good by Newcomb. Bangor will come down with the rebound. Leroy Patterson, 6'4" senior, hauls it down. And now gives it over to Paul Laffey, who brings it slowly across midcourt into the half-court game for the Rams. Bangor and Brewer, rivals meeting in the quarterfinals of the Class A tournament. It's an 8-game day as we trudge along into the afternoon session. Now out front, firing, and this time is in and out with Stewart for Bangor, and Brewer has the rebound as Winchester of the Witches brings it down along the right side. Now he dribbles over to the foul line. Over on the left side, three-pointer is up and in by Troy Goodrich, a 6'2" senior. So these teams coming out firing, and they seem to have the stuff right now. Bangor quickly surprising by hurrying the ball up court, as Paul Laffey takes it all the way and lays it in as he beats the Brewer defense back. Brewer leading 7-6 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Laffey just took it to the hoop last time, took it by everybody. It was a kind of a tricky shot, off balance, but he put it up and in.
Fine, strong move to the hoop. They're coming right at each other, Mike, and that's what we expected.
Now Bangor's going to take it away. He's stepping right in. And now it will be Laffey around the right side to Butler. He looks down low, gives it down to Stewart now. He turns on the baseline, misses the shot. Brewer will come away with the rebound.
One shot only. Both teams are doing the job on the defensive boards.
Neither team's committed a foul yet, and we haven't had a lot of turnovers, so time is zipping right by. Shot from the outside is no good by Winchester, and Bangor with the rebound. So pretty much everyone's being eliminated just one shot. That's it. That second effort has been eliminated so far. Bangor with the ball. Foul line shot is no good by Butler. Now on the left side Stewart fires it no good. It's tapped around. Now Patterson gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Nick Winchester of Brewer. First foul of the ball game.
And again, the Rams doing a tremendous job that time on the offensive boards. Shot was missed in the corner. Bangor had the inside as Butler missed. Then it was grabbed by Patterson. Patterson took it back up and got fouled.
And he's shooting 2 right now. Takes his time, and it's off the back of the rim, no good. WABI Radio and Television and WAGM TV all welcoming you to this game. And again, we are calling it for radio, so we'll call it a little closer than you might normally see on the television. And the violation on the line, and the basket will not count. 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brewer leading by a point, and they have the basketball. It's Laffey. Correct me, Winchester. Now they're going to get it in the middle where the shot is no good by Brown, and the rebound bounces back out for the Witches. Now deep in the right corner. The shot is up and in by Troy Goodrich. And Brewer is not shy to take that downtown shot.
Robbie White is in the ball game now for Brewer, Mike. He's a 5'10 senior.
Got Chad White and Robbie Wright on my program. On the other end, Bangor will hit it on the left side. That was Jeff Houghton, the junior, who also is in the game now. During the last foul shot, the substitutes came in. And Bangor will steal the ball. However, Laffey trips and falls down, and it goes out of bounds over the end. And Brewer will have the ball.
I think he just tripped over his own feet that time.
I think he was just trying to make a quick sprint down the floor and lost his footing.
The official was somewhere involved in that play, too.
Brewer leading 10-8. They have the ball. 3:10 to go. And again, deep in the right corner, there's another one, a three-pointer. Troy Goodrich. And then we're going to have a foul on Brewer in a midcourt collision. Going to be Eric Newcomb picking up the personal. And that's his first and the second on Brewer. Bangor without any. And see right there, he went for the ball and crashed into the back.
Protecting that ankle today.
Bangor with the ball. And it's Houghton going along the left baseline. He hits another one. So Houghton comes in off the bench with warm hands, and it's 13-10. Brewer leading Bangor with 2:40 to go in the first. As Brewer tried to work the ball down low, John Stewart was there to pick off the pass, and Bangor will have the ball on the turnover. Paul Laffey again trying to set things up out front on the right side of Houghton. Lost the handle for a minute, got it back. Now Stewart out front to Laffey. Working around, looking down low. You get Patterson right of the foul line. He makes the pass down low to Stewart, and he misses it. Chases down his own rebound, and at the same time is going to be fouled by Robbie White.
That'll be the 13th foul on the Witches. Bangor yet to commit a foul here in the first quarter at the 2:16 mark.
And Bangor will have the ball on the side on their own end of the floor. In it comes to Laffey. Out front, he dribbles, looks down low, gets it here to Houghton. Down low, Patterson on the baseline. He'll take the jumper and hits it.
What a great move that time by Patterson. Double teamed on the baseline. He went up over the defense, fully extended, and hit it.
Brewers lead now 1 point, 13-12 over Bangor. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Drive on the baseline. The shot is no good by Brown. Rebound is chased down out front by White, Robbie White. His shot way outside is no good. The rebound up by Newcomb is no good as well. And now Bangor will come down with it. So Brewer, at least that time, got a second and third effort, but not able to capitalize. And Bangor will set things up on the other end of the floor. Butler holds the ball on the right side. Cross court on the left side now to Houghton. He'll throw up a long one. It's good. It's a two-pointer just across the line on the left side. So Bangor has the lead now, 14-13, minute 20 to go in the first quarter. And the pass deflected by Bangor. Brewer holds possession out front. It's Winchester with the ball. Over on the right goes to Robbie White. White and Winchester trying to work it down low, and they do get it down low. Good position. Newcomb on the low post. Got the step by his man and the basket. The layup off the glass. And Brewer grabs the lead back, 15-14. Bangor with the ball. Double team now at midcourt. In the forecourt, Patterson holds the ball. On the left side to Houghton. He'll shoot that baseline jumper. This time it's no good. In and out. And Brown for Brewer has the rebound. Gets it to White. Robbie White. Now Winchester receives a pass on the left side. Brings it out front to White. Tries to drive down the middle. Tricky little hop move across the foul line. He puts it off the glass and in. Some folks in the stands looking for travel. And now battling for the ball on the inbounds pass. We have a foul on Brewer.
More substitutions coming into the ball game. Rick Leclerc will be coming in for the Witches. And let's see, I think, yeah, Dan O'Sullivan is also coming in for Mark Savage's Witches.
Foul was on Jeff Brown, his first, but that's 4 on Brewer compared to no team fouls for Bangor. So that could play a role before this first half is over. At least Bangor will probably have the opportunity to try to hit some 1-and-1s later on. We'll see what happens. Sometimes that changes. The inbounds pass stolen by Brewer. Goodrich came up. Real good defense by Brewer that time. We have 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. A quick one as well. Brewers leading 17-14. They're going for the last shot of the quarter, but it's stolen away by Bangor as Nelson came up with it. Now there's a scramble on the floor, alternating possession with 1 second to go in the quarter. And Bangor will have the ball to try to throw up a prayer at the gun.
Time for a quick pass in and a heave.
And they're not even going to get the heave. They're just going to end the first quarter. And the score is Brewer 17 and Bangor 14. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back at the auditorium, and it was a very fast-paced, time-wise first quarter with not a lot of turnovers. 4 fouls in the quarter. And a zip by, and as we head into the second quarter, Brewer is leading Bangor 7-14 in the boys' quarterfinal matchup with a large crowd on hand this afternoon to start the session. And Brewer has the ball to start things off here in the second quarter, and in no time at all, Winchester fires one for Brewer way out front. It's no good. Bangor with a rebound. Quickly now, Stewart drives baseline the other end, misses the shot. The rebound tapped around. Patterson, real strong leaper, has the ball, and as he tries to go in, work the ball in, we have an alternating possession, but Bangor will hang on anyway.
Patterson got it low. He's going to try and shuffle a pass off to Stewart that time, and Brewer tied him up for the jump.
And the inbounds pass to Stewart down the middle. He is run into by Paul Laffey of Brewer. He picks up the personal. And more importantly, not only a second foul, but number 5 on Brewer. So it's 1-and-1 time. Bangor has not committed a foul yet. Brewer has committed 5. 7:40 to go in the first half. Brewer is up by 3 points. And John Stewart is going to the line.
That's going to be a big, big monster advantage for the Rams in this quarter, Mike.
And John hits it, but again, Dan, they're going to have to make their foul shots. I've seen a lot of teams with a big advantage like this. They miss their foul shots, and before you know it, they've committed the 5 fouls. But so far, John Stewart saying, no, we're not going to do that as he hits them both.
The reason it's going to be such a big advantage is because Bangor has not committed a foul yet, so they can afford to foul a few times before Brewer goes to the line for 1-and-1.
17-16, Brewer by a point here in the first half. And it's knocked out of bounds. Pass by Brewer down low, deflected out by Bangor on defense.
Houghton is back.
Jeff Houghton's coming back into the game. And sitting down will be Joe Nelson. Meanwhile, Brewer will inbounds the ball underneath their own basket. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Brewer holding on to a 1-point lead, but I have a feeling the lead's going to bounce back and forth a few times before this one's over. Team split on the regular season. Bangor winning the first one. Brewer winning the second meeting right near the end of the season. So even though it's 2 versus 7, Bangor being number 2 and with a 14-4 record, Brewer 10-8, that means nothing.
We threw that out when we saw the pairing, right?
Anytime we come into the tournament, we pretty much throw it out anyway, but there are other circumstances where you tend to throw it out a little
Let me tell you
quickly.
something. If the Coney girls get beat tonight, that will be probably the biggest upset this tournament has seen in quite a while.
Mike Savage looks at us like, long shot? Never know.
It could happen. anything can happen in a tournament situation. Referees discussing something over.
And I didn't see anything unique happen, but maybe just it was on the out-of-bounds call. But they wanted to get something straight.
Well, they might be discussing, one referee might be from out of town, and he might be asking where is a nice place to eat dinner after the game.
Class D Girls State Championship halftime. Washburn is leading Valley 20-12. Washburn, of course, the Eastern Maine representative. And finally, action resumes. The inbounds pass will be knocked right back out by Bangor. Well, now I'm not so sure. Yes, okay. Sometimes I make the call like an official, but then when they hesitate, I wonder, did I just see what I think I just saw? Know what I mean? 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Brewer leads 17-16. And again, Laffey got a hand on it and deflects the pass out of bounds. Brewer will put it in bounds on the side on their end of the floor.
Play a little ragged right now. Both teams trying to get set up in some sort of offensive flow.
And Winchester is trying to call the play and direct a little traffic out front to get folks in the proper places as Brewer slows it down. They do like an up-tempo game a little more, but right now they're trying to get a pattern established here with the delays we've had. Winchester's going to fire one deep. It's a three-pointer from the easiest spot at the top of the key. And Brewer back on top 20-16. High pass to Stewart. It's a good thing he's 6'6", but now he loses the handle on it. And Winchester of Brewer will pick up the loose ball, and he'll bring it quickly to the top of the key on the other end. Now Winchester over on the left. He'll go to Goodrich, who dribbles to the top of the key. Now back to Winchester. Goodrich on the left side. He'll fire a three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. And Stewart hauls down the rebound for the Bangor Rams. Now to Laffey, who gets some instructions from Roger Reed from the bench and brings the ball across midcourt. He's guarded by Winchester. Now Butler holds the ball, and it looks like we get a foul as some jockeying going on for some position. As you heard Mike Thurston say, John Stewart of Bangor picks up his first personal and Bangor's first foul of the first half. It's 6:18 to go in the half.
Jeff Brown is in for Brewer.
And Winchester with the ball for Brewer. Out front. Now over to Robertson down in the corner. Goodrich takes a long one and he hits it. And it is a three-pointer.
Nice pass. They saw Goodrich all alone on the right baseline, and they hit him with an excellent pass for the three.
23-16. Brewer on top of Bangor with just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Now Patterson brings it down to the right of the foul line extended, and he hits a jumper there. Can't get over the size on that floor. Brewer with the ball in the black, and the shot on the baseline by Newcomb is no good, but he was fouled. We'll see who this one was on. And again, Stewart quickly picks up his second personal and Bangor's second team foul. And it will send Newcomb to the line to shoot a pair. And we have a timeout. We'll be back at the auditorium in 30 seconds.
Give your
Mike Hale and Dan White back at the auditorium for the Bangor Brewer boys quarterfinal matchup. A very busy day as the Class A tournament gets off the ground. We have B, C, and D behind us, or at least pretty much behind us, with the C and D championships going on in Augusta. The B state champs crowned last night. Western Maine and Eastern Maine each picking up one. The Holton girls, Cape Elizabeth boys. Class D action going on right now. We'll keep you posted on a score from time to time.
Both coaches, Mike, have to be pretty pleased with what they're seeing right now. Both teams being patient on the offense and playing real good defense on both ends.
Eric Newcomb again has a sore ankle, but hasn't bothered him so far, and he hits the foul shot.
Of course, Roger Reed isn't pleased with the scoreboard right now, but still a tight game, and we expect this one will be decided late in the fourth quarter.
It very well could be. The second foul shot is no good, and the rebound is going to come away to Bangor. And it was Joe Nelson who brought it down, and he gives it off to Laffey, who brings it into the forecourt. Now back to Nelson of Bangor. Bangor in the white with the cardinal trim. Butler holds it on the left side. He'll throw it up from there, and he hits it.
Long shot.
Not only is Bangor tall, their big men can hit outside as well. Winchester with the ball for Brewer. Goes across the foul line, passes it off. He gets the pass back. Now he takes a fadeaway out front. It's a two-pointer.
Shooter's touch for Winchester that time.
Brewer leads 26-20 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Bangor with the ball, double team at midcourt. Patterson now gets the pass top of the key over to Laffey. Now back to Patterson at the foul line. He's going to pump it from there. It's in and out. And the rebound comes away to Newcomb. Now quickly Winchester takes it down the middle, fades away again. This one won't fall. And Laffey pulls down the rebound for Bangor. Rams finish 14-4. The Witches 10-8. 2 versus 7. Now the shot is fired up and no good by Butler to the left of the lane, and the rebound Brewer. And they'll get it off to Winchester, who handles the ball to set things up out front. For Mark Savage's Brewer Witches. Now on the baseline, banked off the glass, no good by Newcomb, and the rebound is up and no good by Brown. And on the second effort, a foul on Bangor.
Jeff Brown got the inside position on his man that time and was there for the missed shot. Shot was taken low by Newcomb, and then Brown was right there getting inside position on his man, took it back up strong and drew the foul.
And the first foul shot is no good by Jeff Brown. .407 to go, first half, 6-point lead for Brewer as Brown misses both foul shots, but Newcomb hustles out and picks up the rebound bouncing around. And now he tries to work it down low to Brown. And the loose ball is going to be picked up by Goodrich. And as he goes up, he draws the foul.
Well, that was a look what I found play. That is not what I think the Witches wanted to have happen. But Goodrich was just in the right position. The ball came to him down low, and he picked it up and drew the foul.
It was deflected over to him, and that's going to be the first foul on Laffey. But see, all of a sudden, Bangor has 14 fouls. So Brewer really... Bangor hasn't been able to take advantage of Brewer being over the limit.
Those things have a way of evening out as a ball game progresses. Very rarely do you see a team have a real advantage on the foul.
And Goodrich will hit them both. And Brewer with the biggest lead of the game now, 28-20. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Bangor trying to get the momentum swapped around here. We'll try to do something with the ball now. Laffey out front, looks down low. He's going to keep it out front as he gives it off to Houghton. Now he drives down the middle. He throws one up, partially blocked, bounces around the rim, then it's tapped up and in by big Paul Butler, 6'5" junior. Got a hand up and knocked it right back up and in. Good position. There was no way to stop that. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Brewer up by 6. They have the ball. And Newcomb with a beautiful turnaround bank shot off the glass.
Turned square to the basket and kissed it in off the glass.
It's like a Larry Bird shot. Bangor with the ball, and Laffey will take one way out front. It's in and out. On the rebound, it's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds off Bangor. As Nelson, I believe, was the last one there to try to save it from going out of bounds and touched it just before it went out.
Joe Nelson came in
and you can
to try and pick up the loose ball.
Look back at that, and Nelson was guilty of last touching. Just under 3 minutes now to go in the first half. Brewer 30, Bangor 22. Brewer nearly loses it out of bounds, but they catch up with it. They get it out front to Robertson. He'll throw one up off the front of the iron. No good. Bangor on the rebound. Nelson brings the rebound now and gives it to Laffey into the forecourt down the left side. He takes it to the foul line, fakes the shot, and passes to Butler, and that was such a good fake, I don't even think Butler saw it.
Butler wasn't looking for the pass.
He saw him go up, and he turned, or started to turn for the rebound, and it hit him right off the hands out of bounds. Newcomb will rest that ankle for Brewer. Going to take a seat, and we have Dan O'Sullivan, 6'2" sophomore, coming in to see some action. Brewer with the ball right now, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, and that's Winchester out front holding the ball. On the right side to Goodrich. Now coming up on the high post, they get it off to O'Sullivan. Now back out to Goodrich on the right side. He drives baseline, makes a nice move. He had to bring the ball down and change his shot because of the defense, and he banks it off the glass and in. That was a pretty shot.
He had a hang time of about 4 seconds on that play.
That was a tough one. That's a player who knows what's going on as far as his body control, where he is on the floor, where the defenders are. Now Nelson's going to get the ball right of the foul line. He misses the shot on the rebound. It's knocked loose. Good hustle by Nelson, but he'll knock it out of bounds. But he went to the floor to try to get it.
A lot of great athletes on both of these teams, as coming back is John Stewart for Bangor.
Patterson will take a break with 1:48 to go in the first half. Brewer with the biggest lead of the game at 32-22. Winchester out front. Looks down low, nobody there, so he's going to throw up the long one off the front of the rim, no good. Bangor will retrieve the rebound, and Paul Laffey will bring it across midcourt. Down into the right corner it goes to Butler. Now back to Laffey. He calls out the play, gets it into Butler. He fakes a couple of times, makes a nice move in the lane. 2 nice fakes, good body control off the glass and in.
Bangor fans appreciate that as it gets the Rams within 8.
Real good basketball being watched right now. Not a lot of mistakes, not a lot of fouls, really. Bangor, I guess, with 6 overall, and Brewer with 4, something like that. Now, it was Brown driving to the basket and drawing the foul. And apparently, Butler.
Brown pulls up left of the foul circle, and he was fouled by Butler.
Butler hit him with the body as they collided on the way up. That'll be his first. Each team over the limit now. And the foul shot is no good by Jeff Brown. It's been a quick first half. Only 1:02 to go in the first half. Brewers lead at 8. And Jeff Brown of Brewer taking the second foul shot after missing the first one, and he misses them both. And Butler will come down with a rebound with the inside position on the lane. Off to Laffey, who's been running things out front, brings it to the foul line. Now off Stewart, left of the foul line. He throws one up. It's no good. Tapped around on the rebound, and Butler's going to go up, bring it underneath the basket, and it hangs on the rim, falls off, and Brewer will come away with the ball. And we're down to 35 seconds now. Winchester slowly working it around out front. Goodrich comes out, takes the ball, sees some daylight down the middle, drives. Now he's going to dump it off to Brown, who misses the shot. And the rebound, Goodrich, up and no good. And Bangor will come out with the ball in 22 seconds. That was Butler who came down with the rebound, gets it to Houghton, and now where it usually ends up at the top of the key with Paul Laffey. 10 seconds on the clock. Driving down the middle and drawing a foul now. Somebody for Bangor.
Chance for the Rams right here, Mike, to go into the locker room only down by 6. It was 10, and Brewer's threatening to move it up to 12.
Robertson picks up the foul for Brewer. That's his first.
This is Houghton at the line.
Jeff, just a junior, off the back of the rim, no good on the 1-and-1. Rebound comes away to Brown, quickly to Winchester. 2 seconds, 1 second. He drives, the layup is no good. It hung on the rim. It was a good drive, just a little bit too much oomph off the backboard. And that's the end of the first half. With the score, Brewer 32, Bangor 24. We'll be back at the auditorium in 90 seconds.
Dan White and Mike